Hello, dear ones. This is a intro video because the video you're about to see is a remake from one a couple of years ago or so. It's a description of the grand universe, and it's based, of course, on the Urantia teachings. A few clarifications in the video itself is that there is 619 planets in our local universe. In the video I mentioned 617, but it's 619. The other thing is the residents of the central universe, Havona, all have in between 75 and 212 senses. So obviously that's a hard feature to capture when you only have 5. So in any case, this is straight from the Urantia book. And I think everything else is fairly clear. Obviously the original recording lacked a whole bunch of focus. So that's the reason for this remake. A few points were cleared up and reproduced for this new version. And it is an important video. Some folks may say no, but primarily it tears apart the propaganda campaign and actually puts things into a scale that is way, way beyond whatever we've been led to believe up till now. In any case, the details are in the Urantia book. This is based on that, if anybody wishes to reference it. And otherwise, here is the updated, cleaned up version. Thanks for watching. Hello, dear ones. This video is intended to bring context or meaning to the upcoming divine intervention, which has been in process for some time. The information presented here that brings this context is from the Urantia book that some are familiar with. Years ago, I dissected that book over 3 years' time, assembled 55 pages of categorized notes. And I can tell you that nowhere on those pages are words that will induce anyone to take on a sub 200 positionality. So that's one of the tests I use when assessing truth. If anyone or anything tends to induce guilt or fear or shame, or any of the other sub 200s, then I would assert that it is falsehood. And so that's just one of the tests other than my own raw intuitive assessment of the work in the Urantia book. So I have no reason to distrust it. This information today is from the pages in the Urantia book, and it is a description of the grand universe. I will summarize the context at the end if it doesn't become obvious during this discussion. And I did not prepare any script for this video, which I usually do, as you probably know. So I'm just going to fly at it and we'll hope for the best. I'm not sure how this is going to show up on the screen even. I'll try and clarify it if it's not adequate for the video. But in any case, what we have here is the grand universe. Everything to the left of this line is a depiction of the grand universe. The central universe that's listed here, it's called Havona. It's also referred to as paradise, and it is God's domain. What is accompanied or what is possessed in this central universe is 1 billion perfected planets. Now, these planets are all many, 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 many times larger than Earth, and they are all settled in light and life, you may say. and this is the destiny of an ascendant mortal such as us from any of the 7 super universes. So that's what we have here is 7 super universes, and we belong to the 7th one, which is this one here, and it's named Orvonton. But the super universe typically has the potential of 20 major sectors, and each one of those major sectors has 100 minor sectors, and each one of those minor sectors has the potential for 100 local universes. This is the critical point here. So within the grand universe, the 7 super universes, you have the potential for 200,000 local universes. The reason why local universe is important is because the individual we know as Jesus is the creator son of our own local universe. And so, relatively speaking, what you have is a local universe that's smaller than this little dot here. I've represented it up here for the further discussion. And just to give you a little bit of understanding, our local universe to the center of the super universe is 200,000 light years. So that gives you an idea of the magnitude or the grandiosity of each and every super universe. And so if we magnify our own super universe, which is called Nebadon, again, this is the domain of Jesus, our own creator son, who did create everything in this local universe. Now, this local universe is comprised, again, of more segments. It's comprised of 100 constellations, and each of those constellations contain 100 systems, and each of those systems has the potential for 1,000 inhabited worlds. So in our case, our local system has 615 inhabited worlds. And again, this is a potential. So all things within the universes, of course, are evolving and growing. And in this case, you can tell that we have more room for growth in that there's 617 inhabited planets. Within the entire local universe of Nebadon, there are 3,840,101 inhabited worlds. Now, again, our system, again, is important because there's more clarity that can be added on this regard, especially as concerns the disruption on our planet. And now our system had a system sovereign known as Lucifer. And this goes back 200,000 years, whereby this individual who was responsible for us and the other 615 planets of habitation decided to put forth his own tripartite Declaration of Liberty. He had ideas that went against God and went against the creator son of Nebadon, who of course is Jesus. And so that's a complicated story with many details, which there is no time to go into right now. But suffice it to say that the influence of Lucifer on our own particular system what he was able to do in and amongst the 617 planets is that he was able to convince 37 planets and no more over 200,000 years. And so this, again, is a significant point. I have no way of knowing at what point the other planets are in dealing with the incorrect and pretty much evil understanding of reality that Lucifer brought forth. And realistically, it's not our concern how they're doing. But I can tell you that the whole universe is focused on us right now as we move to extinguish the influences that were put forth 200,000 years ago, right here, right now. So again, that's a significant attribute to realize at this time, and to realize the honor and the privilege that it is to be here to assist in the forward movement and the settling of light and life for our planet. Now, again, if it's not obvious now, I will provide the context as to how the divine intervention by way of divine personalities is occurring. As I have noted before, there will be a visual representation for all to see of an ET starship. And the way that context boils down is that you have basically a benevolent local universe. In other words, you have a benevolent almost 4 million inhabited planets and the beings who administer to us on those planets. And you have a sum total of 37 that have gone astray. So it's obvious to see that we within our own local universe, we have a large degree of benevolence against a very small degree of evil influence. And so while that evil influence is not to be diminished in that there are people hurting, including some that you may know, or maybe yourself, who is at the mercy of this influence that was put forth many years ago. But the main thing to realize is that even though it's very real and very devastating for us right here, we understand that the general influence of that local universe is benevolent, and that's what we're seeing with the forthcoming influx of divine personalities that was initiated on the 15th of November 2023. That was announced as well. And so this influence, which is divine, to assist us in dealing with the imbalance of evil and the financial imbalance that's there, it's not hard to see. And so whatever is going to be revealed in the forthcoming days, weeks, and months is going to be a reflection of the benevolence that overrides any relatively minor evil influence that was put forth. And it's important to understand that Lucifer was one of only 3 attempts at disillusion, probably by way of ego influence, of course. Only one of 3 attempts in the history of our local universe. Lucifer's was the largest one, of course, in his influence, in that he was able to affect these 37 planets. And so that kind of puts it in perspective. And if you want to take it one step larger, you can move from that local universe, that tiny portion of our grand universe. And again, you have an astounding level of benevolence within this universe, as well as all the others, whereby the anomaly of disloyalty is going to be very, very rare, because most people are allowed to evolve on an evolutionary sphere like ours in a sort of a time-mannered way, whereby we start off by beating each other over the head with clubs, and then eventually through many, many, many years, we come to the point where we awaken to a larger connection of unity with our brothers and sisters. And so that's kind of the summary of the relative nature of benevolence in the grand universe, and how it is that we're going to see visually the assistance of our divine brothers and sisters who are assisting us through this. And again, it's important to realize that this isn't a rescue effort. This is merely a collaboration with benevolence in the larger universe with our brothers and sisters that will balance the scales to the influence of evil that has governed this planet for many, many, many years. And so evil is falsehood, as we know, as David Hawkins' chart shows us. And the way to put that into perspective is that evil exists only in the mind of individuals. And of course, once that individual is gone, the falsehood that is captured and utilized by that individual is also vaporized. So falsehood does not have any real place in existence in the universe. It's only a perpetuation of a distorted mind thought that makes it real. And so we are here witnessing the end of evil and the end of falsehood. Many indicators are showing that. And that's what my videos have been trying to illustrate during these 5 years. So if that hopefully will bring context, and if folks don't relate to the words of the Urantia book or the research that I've done, which include many, 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 many other books of clarity, then I would say don't worry about it. There will be some truth out there for you somewhere else. But in any case, this is meant to bring clarity to the upcoming reveal of our brothers and sisters, which is the concrete realization of divine intervention entering our lives at this current time to extinguish falsehood from the planet. So thanks for listening. If anybody has any questions, I think I've put out my email address here and there. You're welcome to bring questions forth, because the truth can be questioned. Just don't question falsehood. They don't like that. And so, yeah, my email address is divergentrealities1@gmail.com. If anybody wishes to ask any questions or somehow add clarity to this that I may have forgotten. So thanks for listening, and may peace, love, and freedom be with you.